Okay, welcome back. It's time to battle with the strangers. Let's find an opponent. Got one right away. Oh, sweet. Iliak. Yeah, we are friends on here, and he finished in first place in Ranked Masters League last season. So that's gonna be a fun one. And probably not the biggest chance of us winning, actually, because he's probably on some highly competitive deck, which might give us fits, but we'll see. Ooh, he's not on. He actually was on Jiddo earlier, which I actually beat with this, because the Jiddo matchup is like pretty solid with this deck. But yeah, if he's on like something Combray, might not turn out as well for us, we'll see. But yeah, it was nice how I kind of dismantled his Jiddo and he was like... he is already like mocking me. Yeah, better silence that vanilla 2-2 stranger. There you go. Alright, so yeah, I guess time to jam this guy. That would have been a much better silence target, but well, he'll probably have another silence and this guy is just gonna die. No, it doesn't. That's sweet. So I guess time for some Warcry. Let's hope he's on aggro, but I think that's probably his Combray aggro list. He showed it to me a while ago. So yeah, he's probably not on Harsh Rule, which is good for us. And he's also not on Big Combray, because like Harsh Rule and Big Combray are two things that I noticed are not that nice to strangers, but a deck like this is probably actually a pretty solid matchup because it has little removal and the stranger synergies usually overpower regular, more like fair units. So I'm inclined to just attack with all of these just because, you know, we deal 7 damage and basically give up one guy to get 2 more Warcry triggers. So basically we cash in a 2-2 to get +2/+2 on our next unit and deal 2 damage, which all in all seems like a pretty good deal to me. Alright. So I guess I'll just play this and then yeah, I think shipping like this is fine. I'll eat that, but we deal 2 more damage and get 1 more Warcry trigger. So the next stranger we draw is gonna be massive, and it's currently like makes it more likely that we can actually just overwhelm him. Oh, he is more Big Combray than I thought, apparently. Not sure why he would run Obelisk in that deck, but okay. Where is my stranger? Like, I mean, I have some gigantic monster in the deck. Doesn't really matter which one I take by this point. So yeah, I mean, I can't really attack profitably. And there's no point in playing a power, because we can cast everything that we draw. And it's better to have excess power in hand in case we draw an Enlightened Stranger, which would win the game if he has no way to shut down this guy. So I mean, I think he can afford to... No, I have to block because he probably at least plays Stand Together. I'm pretty sure he's not playing Finest Hour, but I'm pretty sure he has Stand Together, and maybe he even has like Harsh Rule. But we'll see. If he has harsh rule, there's like no way we win. Let's see. Yep, there's harsh rule. So yeah, that probably beats us. Unless we draw a monster now and he has no answer for it, which is not that likely. Sweet. I'm not even gonna play a power because it doesn't matter if it's 9 or 10, but it matters if we have extra triggers for other strangers we draw. Okay. He had an out, which is annoying. We'll see if we can still overwhelm him. Not too likely though. Big Combre is like one of the few decks that actually does bigger, more powerful things in the late game than strangers in terms of just like creating board. Yeah, we are done. Why couldn't it be his Combre aggro? Okay, let's look for the next one. This one was actually pretty close. We just needed like one pump stranger for a couple of turns and then would have overwhelmed him. Or simply draw our Warcry monster a bit earlier. It was too deep in the deck. Yeah, that seems like a pretty solid keep. Another top 100 player, so just so you guys see, we are not playing against slackers. Even though we are in bronze 3, we're still already playing against like real opponents. So if we win, it's legit. Okay, so doesn't really matter because we already have all the influences. So it's like whatever. Yeah. Just want one more power and then we're golden. Yeah, I think I'll have to trade here, or at least attempt to. You always want to like trade with Rakano units if you can. And so, got this, did this. Let's see who is the more aggressive guy here. I mean, Rakano should actually be a pretty decent matchup for most of the time. Like, if they run this guy and get it really big, then it can be problematic, but otherwise we should be in pretty good shape. Yeah, it doesn't matter, so we'll just take one, then play this guy and get in. If he wants to trade, I'll accept. Oop, expected that he doesn't want to. Hammer. Yep. Well, putting hammer on this at least means he can't attack with that, which is noteworthy. And this actually helps beat that card. But I think... He can attack for 11 in the air, or play stranger and attack for up to 14 on the ground. He'll probably trade, so he'll take 11 still, but loses this guy. It's probably better to play this guy. And I think I want to attack with this because I can't really block with this anyway. If he attacks into that, he's gonna attack because he has a finest hour, or just like a pump, so I think I'll just try and trade my Soaring Stranger if he attacks. If he has a finest hour, there's not much I can do. I mean, sure, there's an argument to be made for just staying home with everything and trying to like gang block this, but the problem is then if he has torch on the Soaring Stranger, then I'm like screwed as well. Now we can still try to raise because the 4/4 lifesteal is not that big. And our units are pretty big. And depending on what his last card is, sure, if he has like Blade now, then we are royally fucked. But it doesn't seem like it, so it's all good. Yeah, that's pretty decent guy. And means we attack would like this guy, this guy, this guy. Yeah, I think attacking with everything is probably the best course of action. Then he has to jump at least one. And we potentially just jump that guy, so we go to 1 against the torch or the finest hour. And have a reasonable shot at just winning next turn. That was a good one. Yeah, this shuts down a blocker, and even if it wouldn't, we already have lethal if he has nothing. If he has torch as well, that's pretty good, but we got him. Yes. Like I said, Rakano is a pretty reasonable matchup actually for this deck. Nice. So one more, then I'll see you again in part 2 with 3 more games. If you're still up for some more Stranger Danger. Alright. 1-1 against 2 top 100 Masters League players is a pretty decent job for a fun brew like Strangers. So as you can see, I tickled as much competitiveness out of the Stranger theme, Stranger tribe, or whatever you want to call it, as I could to make the deck have a shot at beating the top decks. And I think it's pretty fun. Like, I mean, if you play Magic or played Magic before, you probably know slivers from Magic, which is basically the same thing. Strangers here are like the same thing as slivers in Magic. You have a bunch of them that grant various boni to other slivers, and there's plenty of them, and they are spread across all colors, so you usually have to play like 3, 4, 5 colors as well to get enough payoff. And yeah, they are a fan favorite and lots of fun in Magic, so why wouldn't the Strangers be a lot of fun here as well? I think I'm gonna mulligan this just because, yeah, we have all these 2s that are not that exciting. We have no spells, no 1-drop, and if we don't draw our 3rd power in time to play this guy on 3, this hand's pretty bad. Yeah, this is a lot better. We have more action, more interaction, and while we still lack the 3rd power, we have a lot more to do if we don't draw it, and can cast everything we have. That's kind of perfect. Nice. So I'll just attack first, so I can finest hour against torch. There you go. Why are people so bad? I mean, this guy is like Masters League. Why are people so greedy? I mean, once I play a Stone Scar Seed with a Stranger, it's not like it's that unlikely for me to be 5 colors and have finest hour. I just don't get it. Like, what's the payoff for waiting? Like, there's just no gain from waiting. There's only potential to get blown out. I mean, now we have to play this guy because we don't have time yet, which is a bit unfortunate because I would have wanted to attack for 3 here to reduce the armor and also make his weapon die. If he attacks now, he could play a Sword of Icaria, kill this, and still have influence left. But yeah, it's fine. So, yeah, now we just play this guy, attack, and next turn we have stand together against the potential harsh rule on 5. Just as I explained in the deck tech, and I planned with this card basically. And it also helps to put Ruthless Stranger out of reach of Recano Artisan and allows us to actually attack with this guy as well next turn, eating the Artisan in the process. He's probably gonna block and suck it. This game is basically over. Like, Armory can't win from here. Free draw power, game is super over. Yep. There we go. Boom. Sweet. So, another semi-legit deck down. Alright, that's a 2-1 for the first half. Thanks for watching. See you in a moment with the second half of the 6 games that I usually play. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.